Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Monday. It is also the last day of the month. It's kind of one of those conflicting things, right? Like, we're excited that the month's over, the quarter's come to a close. Hopefully, quarter two or the second half of H1 goes a little bit more according to the plan. Hopefully we could go up a little, right? Instead of down the whole time. And then cut a boom, bada bing when we get to the second half of the year or quarter three, whatever you like. That's when the rockets explode. But what is up, guys? Hope you are doing well. GM. Woo, let's go. Took most of the week off last week. I think I did, Monday? I think I left Tuesday, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think I flew to Chicago on Tuesday, was up there hanging out with my family in Chicago, man. We did a whole bunch of fun stuff. As you guys know, I kept you guys posted. All the fun things we were doing. Went to the home opener for the White Sox. It was the opening week, man. So that was a lot of fun. Got to go there, man. We had a foul ball come real close, but didn't quite get somewhere that we could reach it. A little too far off the railing, but had a fun time in Chicago, and then capped it off. The last fun thing that I did, I went to Al Capone's grave with my brother. We smoked a joint on right there at the family gravesite. He's got like a bunch of people buried all near him. Parents, I don't know who else. We didn't do any research on that, but we found that very easily. It was very, very quick to find. If you go in the gates, basically just make an immediate right, and it's maybe 10 feet down. So definitely had a good time. Market looking good for packing bags. That's what Brian Gensler says. GM to the chat. What is up, guys? Man, I missed you. Let's see. What do we got here? Doom taking home the gold today. Yeah. Great job, Doom. Mike Lowry with the silver. He's protesting his silver. And then didn't even hit the like button, man. Shake my head. SMH. Got to do what you got to do, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed, if you are watching on YouTube, go ahead and do that. If you are watching on X, let's take a look and see what we got here. Yes, more people are watching on X. So make sure you are following over on X. Let's put I got one of these little graphics here. And we're going to talk about the new show opener in just a second here. The crew knows we got the let's go with mash the like button. Got a few more things that I got to dress up as far as the stream and the layout goes. But yes, finally, if you guys are in the community, you do know that I've been looking forward to making an announcement. It is official. Contracts are signed. All that stuff is just going through legal last week. So all of it is good to go. I am now a collaborator in the collaborator program, and I've got a partnership with Phemex. So shout out to the crew over there. Appreciate you guys so much for being a sponsor to the channel. Hopefully we'll get some big names from Phemex over there. Federico. I don't know who else wants to play a role in getting on here, but we've got a great crew over there. So all right, here we go. I will make sure that we get into that later. We're going to do some more interviews on the 4 p.m. as time goes on. I've been working on my board exactly how we're going to address things. So as you guys know, AJ getting ready to head out of town in just a few weeks. So once that happens, I think that's like the middle of the month, middle of April. So I'm going to be bringing back the Web3 Breakfast on a daily basis. And that's really good with the Phemex partnership, because if you guys didn't know, there's MemeX on there, and any Solana coins you can get on Phemex in the MemeX program. Plus, I don't know if I can make, I'll talk to Kai and then I'll let you guys know tomorrow. But very soon, the MemeX platform is expanding multi-chain. So that's going to be awesome. A lot more options, a lot more availability there on that. So, and that you just use straight from your spot account, which is really cool. So you don't have to, if you don't want to move things over to, the Phantom wallet. I know everybody's probably got one, or maybe you don't. You haven't done that yet. Well, you don't need to if you've got a Phemex account, or if you wanted to get a Phemex account, you can just sign up. I believe down in the description of this video should be. Let me just double check now. Yes, it is. Down there is the description. So if you guys want to do that, go ahead, please sign up. And we'll do some fun trading stuff. I know we got all sorts of fun things planned, and there'll be some fun rollout stuff. Plus, if you already have an account, let me know, because I think there's a way to put us in our group. So we've got like our little group together. So more information on that. Smash the like button. Let's get on with it. The markets are looking good. So, couple things. We've got a busy week this week, to be perfectly honest with you. Let me see here. I want to share my screen, and let's go with, this is the US economic data. That's what we want to look at right here. And let's do bada boom ski. All right. So let me zoom in. Here we go. And then we can put this over here. Perfect. All right. So this week we got, that's not what we want. This is what we want. So this is going to be a big week. So this comes from Ash Crypto. So you can see April 1st, which is tomorrow. We've got manufacturing. April 2nd is tariffs. As a lot of people know, April 3rd, initial jobless claims. April 4th, Powell speech at a conference. The 4th also is unemployment data here in the U.S. is going to be a volatile week. So we'll have to check the charts to see if we get any trades. They're also from investing.com. We've got the U.S. economic data this week. Job openings on Tuesday, CPI inflation Wednesday, PPI inflation Thursday, jobless claims against Thursday, consumer sentiment Friday. So chop, 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 baby. We are going to be looking at alarms. We are going to be looking at making sure that we are setting those things, because things could move quick, and you might be able to get in and out of a trade and do some pretty good damage. Now, don't always recommend trading heavy volatility, but if we do the work right, we should be able to get in, get out, as long as things kind of move on up, or depending on how we're looking at it. It may be all down. We don't know. We'll check. But GM, everybody, thank you for being here. Go and smash that like button. I appreciate it. All right. So that was that. And then what else? I believe that is it for that's it for the house cleaning there in the beginning of the show. So Crypto Princess, what's up, fam? Hope you're doing well. Neil, my guy. Let's go. We got the crew. Mike Lowry, my dude. Oh, I don't even know if I announced who got the bronze. So it was Doom got the gold. Mike Lowry got the silver, and Jake the Crypto Snake. Now, he might have just been there for the like button, but he also got himself a bronze medal. So shout out to you, sir. Congratulations. All right, let's do this. Let's head on over to the market. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through the market. We'll look at the market and see what's happening. And then we'll look at, I got a couple stories, a little bit more than normal today. And then we'll look and see some charts and see if there's any trades to get into. And as you guys know, part of the thing with Phemex, working with them, is we are going to be doing some more live trades. We will be doing some more stuff, whether it's talking about it in our chat group on X, or really what I'm going to start doing. I deleted our Telegram, because having just a group to chat in too many places, it doesn't make sense, because it just gets diluted. So I deleted the Telegram. The Discord is where I will be most of the time for most of this stuff. And then a lot of the fun chat and banter on X. I will never leave that group ever again. I know that I did in haste a few months ago, and that's why we had to start a new one. So if you want to get into our special secret DM group, it is very exclusive. It is over on X. Also, if you want to get into the Discord, that I've got the links for, just put it in the chat, or hit me up on X, and I will get you either or both, whatever you're looking for. So, all right, Marquito, bring it up there. Boom. And here we go. All right, so things were looking up a little bit before. When I was getting ready for the show, things were about 2% up, but they are down a little bit less than 0.5% now. So as the day fluctuates, that number is going to move. Overall, if you look at the last several days, we can look at at least these charts on the end of the screen here. Things have been either flat or moving down. So some down, some up, some in between. depending on what you're looking at. Not the stable coins, obviously, but the bigger coins. And so just a quick glance there. But market cap 2.67 trillion. The fear and greed index 24. Now we had popped into the 30s last week, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check that out. Yeah, we were up here 34 last week. We could also go to, you know what I'd like to go to? Fear and greed index, the coin stats one. I'll show you this. There we go. All right, so it's calling 24 extreme fear. Yesterday was 27 last week. 74 greed doesn't even make sense. That's not a real thing. We were not 74 last week. Were we? That's wild. No. I love how dramatic this thing is. Absolutely will just make you think like, what the hell did I miss? But you did not miss greed last week. No, I don't remember feeling greedy. So this is the coin stats one I like. There's also coin glass, I believe you could use for the fear and greed index. Let's go here. It is, and this is saying 34. So fear 34. So you get a little different flavor no matter where you look. Everybody's going to have their own opinion. I do like the coin stats one just because usually it's a little bit more extreme. And that I think tells you more of the sentiment like right now versus, some of these may be lagging a little bit. Like, we're going to assess it over the last 24 hours where maybe that one may be a little bit more right now, how people are feeling. So extreme fear, I think, is a little bit more likely going into what I've been hearing about, Bitcoin going into the 70s. And I have not looked at the charts at all today. I have been busy doing stuff, trying to do some administrative things here on my end. 82.5 is where it's at currently. But all right, let's swing it back over to CoinMarketCap to the main stuff here that we like to check out. Let me open up the chat again really quick as well. Do double duty here. Here we go. Bitcoin Henry, what's up, fam? Last week both age out. Yeah. Both of us were gone. You guys are funny. Let's go. Blocky Crypto, my guy. Yeah, it was doing a great live stream today. Making sure you make the meat and the sauce. Now, do you guys, when you make pasta sauce, do you call it gravy? I do not. I had some Italian family members that did and some that don't. I personally don't care for it. It's not gravy. Gravy is the shit that comes off of a turkey. That's gravy. Pasta sauce or pizza sauce or marinara or vodka sauce. Like it's got a name. It's not just gravy. That's my opinion. What do you guys think? Gravy, yes, with pork. All right. I mean, if you do it with pork, sure. Hey, yo, paisano. Hey. All right, let's go through the rest of the market here. What do we got? As far as the market cap, we did that 2.6 trillion. The volume is up 74% in the last 24 hours, 81 billion. You got dominance of Bitcoin at 61. We're going to take a look at, I did look at this chart, the Bitcoin dominance chart on TradingView, and that is getting up there. So 61% here on coin market cap. You know that on the true chart, it's much higher. ETH dominance at 8.3%, so still going down. And ETH Gwei, 0.77, man. Nobody's using that shit. That is a cheap price for some Gwei. Altcoin season at an 18. That's something I want to keep looking at. Make sure we look at every day. This is our indicator of what is happening. And I believe we were in the 20s last week. So altcoins taking a beating, as we all know. Look at our portfolios. We are all well aware. All right, Bitcoin 82.6, ETH 18. Both are a little green, not even worth reporting, to be honest with you. However, Ethereum still down 12.5% for the week, whereas Bitcoin only down 6.6%. Oh, that's what we want to look at when we get here. I forgot. And it is the CMC 100. And this is what... Nope, that's not it. What is it that we wanted to look at? Is it the altcoin season? This is where it tells us. Yes, here we go. This is what we like. All right, so this is top 100 coin performance over the last 90 days. I think this is something important to look at. You look at, see what's in the positive over the last 90 days. You can use Bitcoin as your gauge, right? Where's Bitcoin? Bitcoin's down 12.32% over the last 90 days, right? What else has performed a little bit better that we know of? Maker, Tron, Kava, XDC, okay, whatever. XRP is in the positive a little bit. Leo, whatever. KuCoin shares, I mean, it's an exchange token, not really sure why. An Arrow, Pax G, and then you get some coins that whatever, right? You got Ohm, IP, whatever. So I love looking at this and kind of see, all right, well, let's go like way down to the bottom and what has, this is a really good indicator, I think, for me of what has the potential to make some better gains coming back, right? Because the bigger names that are down here, the better chance. I know that that is not 100% factual and it's not going to happen 100% of the time. But so say you add $500 and we could maybe even set this up where let's do $500 of the top 5 losers that we would pick and make a portfolio of $100, top 5 of this. So we would do, I'll right off the rip, I would say, let's go JASMY, IMX, PIT. Nah, fuck IMX. JASMY, PITH. Let's see. Let's just look at from 50% down and up. All right. Let me know what you guys think on this. Let's start in your chat. If you're on X or if you're on YouTube, it doesn't matter. You got to chat. You got a way to put it in there. I want to know, what would you be putting in here on this particular list, starting from Tau, going down to Floki. And I'll give you my 5. My 5 that I would put $100 in each would be Render, Graph, Pith, JASMY, and one more, Fetch, maybe. I just want it to do its thing, man, but I feel like the narrative is dead. And maybe let's go PEPE just for the sake of getting some meme exposure. I think I may do that. I don't know. STX, huh? Yeah, that's probably a good one too, down 60%. All right. Well, there we go. So those are some good options that you could, if you were looking to get into a position. These are ones that you would look at because they're going to perform well. And I say, Pitt, man, we'll look at that chart. Thing's been dog shit. But at some point, it's going to come, and we know that. Mr. Miles becoming a Bitcoin maxi. I get it, but don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Because look. I mean, it is a compelling case, right? The compelling case is of the main coins of the top 100, Bitcoin's down 12%, but there are literally only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll say 6 coins that are worth a shit ahead of it. I mean, XRP being one of them. And it is 12% difference, right? So it's got a nice little leg, and it has been actually outperforming for a while now. Some of these numbers are starting to slip. And at one point, this number for Bitcoin that it's at 12.32 was at like 17 something. So it was down more than it is. And I think, even if you go all the way down to the bottom, if we were to look back at one of the last times we did this and we looked at these numbers, they were probably in the 80s. Maybe even the high 70s. So things are improving a little bit, not as fast as we'd like, but boom, all your ETH bullshit. Sweet. That's one of the articles we're gonna talk about today. Bitcoin Henry, is there's a big unlock tomorrow. Now, I'm not afraid of unlocks. I was not afraid of the ONDO unlock. So I'm certainly not going to be afraid of the SUI unlock, especially because right now I don't own any. But what I'm hoping for is that there is a big dump, and then I will scoop up some SUI. So that's my plan. Soul's a kick in the nuts. Absolutely. I got out of all my shitters and put it into Soul, and then Soul shit the bed again. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Man, I got this weird little hair. I probably need a haircut, but we'll see if I do that, or if we just like let it get. I did trim the beard, as you guys know. I saw, one of our, I don't know if he wants to be known, Well, I don't give a fuck. Blocky, he shaved, he made himself, dude, looking sharp. Woo! I'll tell you, he sent us a picture after he did it, and it made me think, and had something I had been thinking about. And it was time to just get rid of that big woolly thing, especially summer's coming up. It's gonna be hot this week, so don't want to be sweating my face off. You know what I'm saying? All right. I'm glad I doxed you on the shave there. But that's it, man. Me and Blocky, we're looking. So hopefully Friday, I said, and you said on your show, Friday, if you're off Friday, I will probably be doing the afternoon show. So starting this week for sure, it is I'm gonna do the afternoon show 5 days a week, and then we'll do Friday morning for Web3 breakfast, and then maybe we'll start introducing it on the days that we're not doing. So AJ's flight backlash. Why we didn't do AJ's show today this morning is because he had some travel troubles. The flight, we had storms and all sorts of crazy shit. So they had some delays getting in. So we are going to stream tomorrow and Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. And so maybe Thursday and Friday this week. Both will be Web3 breakfast, and then next week, I don't know what the days are next week. I think Monday and Tuesday as well that we were going to stream, AJ and I, before he heads out of town. I think the week after. We'll have to, whatever. So, but we'll start to slowly introduce Web3 breakfast again every day, and then by the time he's gone, we'll just be 5 days a week, both shows. So get ready. Happy Monday. Do something for April Fools. Absolutely. Definitely gonna have to do something. Definitely, definitely, definitely. All right, let's get into our articles, guys. Appreciate you. Let's do this. Here you go. All right. MicroStrategy acquires 1.9, almost $2 billion in Bitcoin, making its second massive buy in 2025. We'll leave the cliff notes here. They acquired 22,048 Bitcoin. Again, 1.92 billion, adding already to their half of a, well, they have 500,000. So half of a million was the supply, like 506,000 or something like that they had. Well, look, I'm sure it'll say in here. The firm's Bitcoin investment depend on stock offerings, raising concerns over increasing debt and potential liquidation risks. That is how they've gotten a lot of their Bitcoin, is by stock offerings, which some people think he's great for Bitcoin and crypto. I tell you what, man, mixed feelings, mixed emotions. I heard that he was atrocious in the stock market around the was it or the not the stock market, the not the stock market, the computer.com bubble, right? Something happened. He was like a big time loser, something like that. We'll have to look into that. We'll do a little deep dive into that. Despite Bitcoin's recent poor performance, strategy continues its Bitcoin acquisition strategy, but with growing financial risks. All right. Strategy maintains the Bitcoin purchases. Got to make it look bullish, man. He's doing this. I know when he took a little time off, he took some scrutiny, and there was a little bit of FUD going around, and I think he addressed it the last time that he tapered down his purchase. But obviously, when you buy a $2 billion purchase, man, MicroStrategy Ponzi, or the strategy Ponzi, it is the strategy. So now they have, does it say 528,000? So yeah, he must have had 104,000 or 106,000. Yep, like I said. So now he's got 528,185 Bitcoin acquired for $35 billion. Holy smokes! At 67,000 is the average price. 67,458. Now, the question is, do we think the bottom's in, that now that he's made the $2 billion purchase this low? You know, him buying is bad news. Peeps think he won't sell. Well, he says that he won't sell. That's the thing. His thing is to be that this is like his offering to Bitcoin. Obviously, he's not buying crypto, he's buying Bitcoin. So this is his offering. I believe he feels like he's the Bitcoin Jesus. Even though, wasn't there a Bitcoin Jesus already? I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think about, let's put out I'm gonna do that. I want to put a poll up over there on YouTube, guys. So if you are watching the YouTube, please go ahead and make sure that let me pull this thing up here. Let's start poll. Do you think Sailor is good for BTC and crypto. See what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think. I'd like to know what you think. All right. Strategy's latest Bitcoin acquisition. There we go. We know that. Strategies also is able to buttress the entire market's confidence in Bitcoin. However, investors should be aware of a few potential cracks. First off, Bitcoin's performance is a little subpar at the moment. We know that. This could be the manipulation that brought it down here to make that purchase, though. That's what I'm saying. The average price is reckless because he didn't stop at some points, which was crazy. And why I like to have there's some fishiness to this was that when he didn't purchase, we saw a big dip, right? And then he started buying again. And that's why I think he took the hit. At least in my mind, he should have taken the hit because you stop buying and all of a sudden it drops like 10 grand, of course. So one, you got that. And then, this, I don't know, man. It's just if it looks and smells like shit, sometimes it's shit. All right, but anyway, let's go through this. Here are the potential cracks. We'll read this one more time and then let's start it over. Here we go. By making these billion-dollar buys, Strategy is able to buttress the entire market's confidence in Bitcoin. However, there should be aware of these potential cracks. Cracks if you are an investor. First of all, the performance is a little subpar. We do know that. It's having its worst quarter since 2019. There is not much forward momentum. It has been down since December. We know that. The firm's debts are growing at a fast rate. It could have so this could also cause a unique problem for the company since Strategy is a cornerstone of market confidence. It's unable to offload its assets without jeopardizing Bitcoin's price. Right. Well, it does say that they're not supposed to sell them. That's what he's said. So who knows? I mean, I know that you guys have, but when he's going to have to liquidate it if they go below the liquidation, right? The firm's debt's growing rate, digital implications of Bitcoin's falling strategy could be forced to liquidate, even if that seems unlikely now. Still, it's important to remember that these are only possible scenarios. Strategy has maintained its consistent Bitcoin investments for nearly 5 years. Bruh. Man, so here's the deal. We've put a lot of confidence into a guy like Michael Saylor, and good on him. He's able to pull it off. He's made it, and hopefully he can keep his investors happy, and he doesn't have to start liquidating the supply, especially right now, because if Bitcoin price keeps falling, if this is all and again, some of this shit is all done by design, right? And whether you feel that way or not, we all have to understand that there is some crazy manipulation in this ecosystem. And so, with that being said, you just, with all the timing of things, man, I don't know. Primo Vera says, at some point, some administration will charge Saylor with a crime and then seize all the Bitcoin for the reserve. Wouldn't that be wild? That would be absolutely insane. Ninja Forbes saying, I hope Saylor does sell. I mean, we want him to. You want him. I mean, holding that much control, especially as the ecosystem gets older, right? And then you get a further more dilution, right? More people get their smaller piece of it, right? As it grows. You don't really want someone to maintain that much control and number go up. I get it, but at the same time, it does cause some potential, alarm. And it is what it is. Everybody's too excited. All the maxis love him too much. And so there we go. There's your Saylor article there about Bitcoin. Let's swing it on over to SUI Network. Now, I had told you guys a second ago here that SUI, when we were looking at their coin, that it is getting ready to unlock $150 million worth of their token tomorrow. Is there going to be a sell time? Let's take a look at this. And we'll take a look at if this doesn't show us in this article, I definitely want to make sure that we go to the token unlocks page and we'll take a look at it. So the SUI network is going to knock $150 million of its token live on April 1st. This is part of the SUI tokenomics monthly unlock schedule that inflates SUI circulating supply and dilutes investors' holdings. There you go. So it's right off the beginning. It's a FUD article. So the point is to get you to sell. So don't sell if you've already got a bag. And if you've got some dry powder and you're ready to pick some up, I'm probably going to wait till tomorrow. So Finbold has been monitoring and reporting SUI cliff unlocks according to the data from the tokenomist. For example, they saw their largest unlock on December 1st. It was $224 million and an even larger unlock of nominal value, the same value at $274 million for January 2025. Okay. I thought they said it was their largest. Maybe at the time. February was a lower at 250. Let's see. Now, see, one of the things that we learned with and maybe it'll show us here. One of the things that it'll show that we learned with the ONDO unlock is that a lot of them went to places that were not to get sold. They weren't going to, retail investors, paper handlers, all that kind of stuff. They were going back institutionally where they were going to get locked up for a little bit longer because institutions like to get a lot of return. They're not here. They're not going to sell when shit's like way down. And I know that SUI is not way down, but the point is not to sell this. It'll be paper handlers, people that get some free tokens. You'll see some people that'll sell that get their tokens that may have been waiting. Oh, here we go. This is what we were going to go to anyway. So this is the token unlock. So we don't need to go there. Upcoming event. Here it is. So it'll be a little bit different by the time now because I'm sure this came out earlier. But boom, there you go. What else is unlocking? We got XRP, obviously. SUI, W, ENA, Sol, Tia. Okay. So all the time, guys. If you didn't know that, tokens and all those investors, usually because you get the linear unlocks, where if you get into a private sale, if you get in early, you get those tokens that you can sell, but they usually give them to you in portions so that you can't just go nuke the market. Even though most of the time, people just straight up nuke the market, and that's why you see the charts look the way that they do. Saylor becomes a great philanthropist. Now he could become a philanthropist, and that's what he gets known as. You give away some Bitcoin, and even if some people do sell that, you do stimulate the ecosystem and generate the everything there with the economy that is Bitcoin and how that would all work. So that is a good thing, right? You need buyers and sellers and miners for Bitcoin. But all right. Let's move to the next article. We're going to probably zip through some of these. Binance launches new feature enabling trading between centralized and centralized. Okay, we'll have to take a look at that. See what that's about. Biggest by volume has a new feature bridging its services to centralized finance world. That's interesting. I wonder how that all actually works. This is cute and realistic bunny robot toy is perfect for Easter. That's an interesting advertisement. There you go. There's an advertisement for you guys. Very interesting. Let's see. You know what? I got to take a look at this before we talk about this because to do decentralized and centralized on the same is probably very similar to what MemeX is, and so I probably don't want to talk about this. So my bad. Because I'm going to be doing a huge thing about the Phemex MemeX ecosystem and how that is going to be multi-chain. Right now it is Solana, but there's going to be a lot of offerings, and that's going to be a really good opportunity for a lot of the people in our ecosystem. So that's why I was saying sign up now. If you've already got a Phemex account, there is, because my account's now whitelisted and there's some other things and I believe some of the KYC and VPN restrictions are no longer there, and that is not something that anybody needs to worry about anymore. So if you do already have a Phemex account, let me know what your UID number is and see if we can get you included in our group. But we're going to be doing a lot in that MemeX thing for sure, because that is going to be big time. All right. So let's swing it on over here to Arcax buys the FINRA regulated broker dealer to authorize tokenized assets in the US. Here we go. The firm plans to offer tokenized real world assets, or RWAs, in case you guys didn't know, in case you're new to the ecosystem, and equities in the US, building on its existing partnerships across blockchains such as Ethereum, Polygon, Hedera, and the XRP ledger. There you go. What to know? We'll go through the TLDR here. A UK regulated digital asset exchange, Arcax, has required the SEC and FINRA regulated US broker dealer Global Cap Private Markets, rebranding it as Arcax Markets US. The firm will leverage U.S. permissions to service institutional investors and plans to offer tokenized RWAs, including equities and bonds. And tokenized assets are a red-hot sector in crypto, as asset managers and global banks are increasingly use blockchain rails to move traditional global instruments, financial instruments such as bonds, funds, and other securities. Now, this actually reminds me, I didn't even add this into the story today. Banks, crypto. This is something that I thought was awesome. That is massive, absolutely massive, guys, for mass adoption here. 5,000 US banks cleared for crypto. Regulators unlock digital assets. I mean, like this is the shit that we've been fucking waiting for. This literally is. This website sucks. With all these ads along the side, it's hard to navigate. I want to see, is there like a list, or at least all right, I gotta get off this page. This is way too addy. Way too many. FDIC drops pre-approval for banks crypto activities. So, all right. Anyway, we can't get this article without it, kind of screwing up the other stuff that we're doing. So, but that is massive, guys. And the whole RWA thing that we've been talking about, I'm going to be doing a much bigger focus of that as well on the channel, because we know that between now and 2030, we have got a massive ecosystem growing. It is, the storm is a brewing, as they say. 15 or 16 to 30 trillion dollars in the next couple of years. That's just for the tokenized RWAs. Also, we want to make sure that we're focused on projects like VeChain, other things in the sustainability ecosystem. That ecosystem is set to grow by about the same number, about 30 trillion by 2030. So like 26 is the actual number, right? And so the idea that there's not really a whole lot of options. And with that kind of growth, I mean, you pick a few of those, you pick a few of these projects and you can do really well. I happen to really love VeChain, what VeChain does, also the V Better DAO and what they're doing with all the sustainability platforms and apps and dApps and all that shit. So definitely check that out. We'll be doing more of that as well. I know I've been talking about that, but so now that the travel is done, I believe my wife and I are going to sit down and we're going to go through that, because I've started to do the mugshot, right? And that's where you literally just pour your coffee at home, or you go to like a Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, and you use a sustainable cup. So you don't use one of their paper or plastic cups, you use your own. So like I use a lot of Yetis, right? So I use a lot of stainless or whatever, right? So you take a picture of that. Boom. Now you get more credit being in a coffee shop than you do at your house, which is much easier, because 9 times out of 10, unless you're a total idiot, I'm sorry to say that, unless you don't have a coffee mug and you're using paper mugs every day, which seems weird, um, it would make sense that you're getting less. Like if you're out and about and you're spending money on your coffee every day, they're going to give you more of a reward for actually using the sustainable mugs. So we'll be doing a lot of that very soon. So make sure you guys check on that. Carmen Crypto in the house. What is up, family? Hope you are doing well. Good to see you here. Good to see you there. Boom, 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 boom. McClintock 77. Can you use Phemex in the USA without KYC? Yes. Now, from now, I believe you can, because how you answer questions in the beginning, you can. And again, it's the platform. It's the platform whose customers have to be from certain locations. It's not you. You understand that? So it's not, you would never get in trouble for using an exchange, even if there were KYC and VPN requirements, even if there were, and you were using them from the United States and you thought that you weren't allowed to, you as the individual are never going to get in trouble, ever. That's not how it works. Like, those restrictions are put in place for the exchange. That's why it's called know your customer, not know your platform. It's know your customer. Like, it's their stuff for you. So you're good to go. So just navigate yourself through that and you're good to go. And I was told that this is that I've got a whitelisted account. So use paper plates and plastic forks, fam. Styrofoam cups too. That's all that I drink my coffee out of anymore. Styrofoam cups. That's it. Fuck the environment. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's funny, man. Even if you are not joking, I did get a laugh. So, all right. What is our next article here? We got the UK one that is done. Here we go. Let's check this one. Here's a Solana one. Boom. Solana meme coin spikes as Elon Musk hints at the Vine revival. And we'll take a look at this one when we get over to DEX tools. I want to take a look at the Vine chart. Somebody was telling me a few weeks ago, and I did not heed the warning as I looked at the chart and I started laughing. And we'll look at it right now. I mean, you could still probably laugh at it, but I mean, it would have been way better to get it here. You know what I mean? Would have been better to get it down there, but we didn't. But it is what it is. So here we go. Let's go back to the article. Solana meme coin spikes as Elon Musk hints at the Vine revival. Dogecoin van Elon Musk appeared to have gone the go ahead for the video app Vine to be revived, causing a related meme coin to spike. There you go. There he is, Mr. Muskrat himself. I like Elon. Don't get me wrong. I just like to call him Muskrat because it's funny. It's funny inside my brain, and it's not one of those things where like I say it most of the time. I think of Elon Musk, I think of Muskrat, and not in a negative way. I just think it's funny. All right, so he is the world's richest man on paper that you know about. Appears to have given the green light to revive Vine. In response, pumped out fund launched VineCoin and spiked over 122% over the past 3 days. Now this thing was out. If we'll go back to the chart here, and you can see this thing came out at the beginning or at the end of January, not at the beginning of February. At the end of January, January 23rd is technically when this coin launched. So it went through its thing, man, and I remember catching a little bit of it, and then not a whole lot of it. And this may be the move, man. This could be. Look at this. Look at this. What do they say? Let's tighten it up. Let's tighten it, and then let's remove. I want you guys to see what I see. Unless you see it and you write it in the chat. You caught that pump? Nice, DJ Brian. This is what I see. There's only one way to say it. Rounded bottoms, pay the bills, baby. This may be the move. We might need to get into some Vine. Someone did tell me that this was one to not to fade this. And I did. I just wasn't thinking about it. And then obviously, I was out for a week and, time moves on, life moves on. I wasn't thinking about it. But now I got this thing saved in my favorites here. And so rounded bottoms pay the bills. We know that is a thing. One thing we also like to do is we always want to make sure that when we are here, that when we are on the show, so now that we're talking about this one, here we go. Here is and moving forward. There it is. So that was the price. If you said, you know what, fuck it, this guy's right, man. I'm getting me some VineCoin. You know what you could do? Watch this. Like, say you got a Phemex account and you don't have any SOL and you don't want to bridge anymore. And you don't, you're like, damn, dude, I got some dry powder on Phemex. Watch this. Let's do this. If I go here, we go here. Actually, so I do want to do it here. And then share that tab instead. There you go. So then now look, you go here, boom, you drop the contract address right there. So now on Phemex, one of your main accounts that you do your trading on, you might have some profits and you're like, oh, cool. Look at this. Actually in a little bit of a dip right now. Maybe you want to check and see, you do some TA on it and figure out, build yourself an entry, and then boom, you buy it right here. You don't have to worry about swaps failing on Phantom Wallet. We all know that we've seen swaps fail. So look, there's an option for you now. So if that's something you guys want to do, go to the description of this video. Click the link. All right. Well, I'll chill out on the links for the rest of the show today. That was it. I just want to make sure that you guys know that is a thing. But so we're going to do a lot with MemeX, and I will do some tutorials and I will do some other things. Don't worry, they won't all be hard chills or whatever on the show. But today's day one, so I want to show you guys these options while it's hot. Let's go. All right, let's get it. Maybe at some point, we'll be buying meme coins live. Not today, at some point. So, all right, let's go back to our story here. Musk's love affair with Vine started back in January when he said he was looking into bringing back the popular app. Now, we know a lot of guys. I know some guys that are in the Web3 music space that were big on Vine. And this is a very, very sexy idea to them to have Vine come back. So that would be really interesting. We'll definitely be able to talk to some of these guys. It's like Cristiano. I believe he was pretty big on Vine, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you guys know who he is in the Web3 music world. Good guy. Definitely spent a lot of time with him at conferences, and he's a great guy. Let's see what else we got here. That's it. Is that it on Vine? Feel free to take on that. XII now owns Vine. What should we do with it? VineCoin pumped 110%. Okay, 52 million. Great. All right. Well, never buy a pump. Never buy into a pump. We know that. So if you were looking to buy some Vine, I definitely would not be buying into a pump. I'd wait for more of a retracement. We know that'll happen. This is just an excitement thing because of the article. So if this is something that you wanted to do for a rounded bottom, pay the bills kind of situation, because I feel like we're going to see that. That's kind of like what's happening right here, even on this is what the weekly chart. This is the daily chart. Okay. I mean, it could be the beginning, right? It could be the beginning of the other side of the rounded bottom. Speaking of rounded bottoms, make sure you guys smash the like button. All right, let's go. I think I have one more article, just one more today. That's it. And man, we ran long today doing just articles. So maybe we'll chill out on articles the rest of the week. Let's see here. X2Y2 NFT marketplace shutting down, ceasing operations within a month. Going to pivot towards crypto AI. All right, there you go. So they have capitulated in the NFT marketplace game. Looks like we are left with OpenSea, and then a lot of particular, collections. I feel like are doing their own marketplace, which is good. I kind of I understand that, not wanting to reward the platforms. Ultimately, I think if you were to look at some of the numbers, say like the Bored Apes, for example, OpenSea at one point was making like $1 billion a day, something like that, just based on fees from NFT sales. And so, that money going back to whether it's individual creators or companies and collection creations or whatever it may be. I think that would probably go a long way. Throw it back into the ecosystem versus the hands. Now, I do understand the idea of having a platform drawing all that attention. There should be some compensation for that. So don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm saying OpenSea was wrong to make money, but I do like some more. I like some of the options that have come as a result of seeing other, pivots and whatever. Where now, if you were to like list an NFT, you can say, yeah, I want to make sure that the creator receives the royalty on this, or yeah, the marketplace can get their cut of the fee or whatever. Give it back to the option. So there is it's ultimately the option in the seller and the buyer how things are divvied up. So very good. I know that I bought something on X2Y2 back in the day. I can't remember what NFT I did, but I did buy something on X2Y2 because it was cheaper. It was like you go to like some site. I forget what site you would use for NFTs. It was an aggregator would tell you like where you get the best deals, and X2Y2 always had some pretty good deals on things. That's same thing with like those websites. Like look at like the difference in the floor on say Blur versus OpenSea. There's usually it's like on the Bored Apes or the Mutant Apes. There'll be a few extra that are listed on Blur than there are on OpenSea, um, and you might get a cheaper one, or you might have some more options and something you like that's a little bit better. But shout out to the anybody ever bought everything, anybody else who ever bought anything on X2Y2, shout out to you. All right, 90% of their volume trading. Man, see, trading volume $209 million in May of 2022, and they made $53 million over the last year. Wow. Platform native token X2Y2 has dropped nearly 90% to a fully diluted value of about 1.4 million. Project won't be completely shutting down with plans underway at crypto AI pivot. Maybe it's time to let's take a look. What is the X2Y2 token at? I don't even think we went through the top 10 ever on coin market cap, but it is what it is. That's what happens today. We'll do a little bit different on the show tomorrow. X2Y2 ranked 39.15. I bet the all-time looks like it looks like the ICP chart. How bad do I think we fall on the second? Everybody says that we're going to fall bad on the second, so we're probably going to go up. That's probably what's going to happen. You know, ultimately, I think a lot of these things will be positive for because of tariffs. Yeah. Tomorrow's like the second's like the day of reckoning, right? Or maybe not the day of reckoning. There's some other word that we're using. I don't quite remember what it is. But so X2 Y2 coming in at 38.22, fully diluted value 1.37 million, the reported market cap 247,000. 1 billion. Now they got very small supply out, 17%. Um they could do a whole burn thing to reduce the supply. They could do a lot of things with a rebrand and a pivot. Um Remember, it used to be the site that scammers that stole your NFT used to sell to some person who didn't know it had been stolen. Oh shit, you're right. I think actually, like they didn't because OpenSea would have that thing. They had like that red triangle on some assets that you couldn't buy or sell, but that wasn't it wasn't flagged on other sites. You're right. X2I2 was one of those sites, man. Oof, oof. Um, Man. Okay, so the all-time chart looks terrible. The monthly, not so good. The 7-day, the yearly, the daily. Man, we're gonna keep an eye on this. If the pivot looks like it's gonna turn out to be good, pivots don't usually turn out to be this good this late in the game. But from an NFT marketplace to an AI thing, who knows? I just don't know. I just don't know. Um, maybe it's not the right idea. Maybe we just stay away. Let's stay away, guys. Let's just stay away. All right, that's it for the news. That's all we got for the news stories today, guys. Make sure you guys smash the like button if you're not done so already. We're gonna pick up the energy because we're gonna start looking at some charts now that we're done with our news. Really quick, here is a shout out to my homie. Oh, Dad, how about this one? Yeah, that's my homie, my daughter Emerson. Telling you guys to mash that like button, just like it says on the screen. So now that we've done that, let's change this up a little. Let's do this. There you go. Follow me over on X at JChains X. If that is not where you are watching this video, you could go there. We are going to be streaming both shows. No, we are going to stream the afternoon show. When I go back to the morning show, doing that 5 days a week, we are going to do that as a Twitter space. That is a community show. I will record it in the background how I normally do and post the highlights and the good clips and do the things that have value and all that stuff. But no need to do 2 live streams in one day. I don't think that's right for the algorithm. So um, that is coming up soon. Very excited for that, by the way. Definitely excited to check back in with our community in the morning around the water cooler, hanging out with the fam. I say the water cooler, I mean the breakfast table. Obviously, it's a breakfast table. So, all right, let's look at some charts really quick. And then, if there is anything that you guys have as far as coins that you want me to take a look at on the charts, drop them in the chat. I got it open right here. You can always DM me and just let me know if you do shoot me a DM. DM me a contract address and I can pull that up. For whatever reason, if you try to drop that into the YouTube chat, man, it one, I can't copy paste it, but two, it hides it, so it's no good anyway. So, but you could always DM me something and just let me know that you DM'd me something. I'll look it up. Anything else? Go ahead and just drop the ticker in the chat. But there's a couple that I want to look at. I do want to start with. Let's go. I want to bring you guys up here. I do want to start with what we're looking at in the Bitcoin dominance chart. So here you go. As you can see, we are at 62.26. Coin market cap said we are at 61 something, a little bit lower. And as you can see on this daily, if we were to look at this, the high was 62.48, so almost 62.5% Bitcoin dominance. We know this is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin's run, man. This is Bitcoin bull run. It's all institutional. A lot of things will change. We will see altcoins run. We'll see that happen. We'll look at the other chart here in a second after we look at the total market cap. But this just I would say, we thought that this was it, probably even back here in February. When did it hit 60? Maybe it was even up here before that run. I forget when we were talking about it. It had to have been here when it wicked up into this before it went down, and it's climbed up ever since. So, when we were talking about this towards the tail end of last year, and I believe that's when whose prediction was it that was right? Who was that? That was Benjamin Cowan, right? And he said 62%, and that's like when it hit, it was like around here or 61%, whatever it was. I'm having the exact number is escaping me, but it had to have been right around there. It was because it was at the tail end of last year. And I'll tell you what, man, the fact that we are pushing up, momentum is moving up. It does not look like it is slowing down. The 50 right here is sort of flattening out as we zoom and flatten out the chart a little bit, but man, here we go. This is obviously the entire crypto market cap. So this is everything. We were on this really nice little trajectory here where we were going nothing but up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 2.5 weeks straight. And then, we have since come down for the last 4 days. So that is the whole market cap. And you look what's exactly the same right here, right? It is exactly the same. This is the others. This is the excluding the top 10. So no Bitcoin, Ethereum, no stables, no Solana, XRP, none of that shit. And this is looking the exact same as the totals. So everything's taking a beating right now, including the majors. So where's the money going? Because look, the S&P 500 took another fucking dive too. This thing was doing very similar to what crypto was doing, right? It was pushing back up after the recent dip and then got a boom the last 4 days, just getting destroyed again. This has put in by the wick a new low from that dip. So I don't know if that's a good or I don't know if that's a bad or a terrible thing. It's not good to put in a newer low, even though it's a wick. We'll say that the body is a skosh higher. We can zoom in on that just for confirmation here. So body is a little higher, but you could see from the wick, we made a new low today, S&P 500. So I think what's going to happen is we're everybody's selling in fear of doomsday or whatever everybody's calling it. Um, I'll tell you what, man. Just hold on tight. Hold on to your spot positions. If you're a trader and you can handle the volatility and the ranging and what's going to happen, go for it. I may sit out. I may if things are clear. You never know. This is a big, crazy week, so expect it to be very volatile. We went through in the beginning of the show. We went through, this list right here where all week we've got economic data. We've got starting tomorrow, we got jobs, inflation a couple days, jobless claims on Thursday, consumer sentiment on Friday. So we've got some things happening this week, and trading is going to be tough. S&P 500 down big today, or down. It's actually wicked quite a bit today. The candle is green for the day because it did finish, but it went down, but it did finish. It's finishing up towards the top. So, man, I'll tell you what, I did not expect to see another dip. I didn't look, obviously, the last several days I was out of town, so I did not notice that this thing was dipping and slipping again. This is something we had been talking about, last week again with this thing popping back up, and that was looking good. That was the recovery we needed, but and didn't see it. We'll see 72 to 76. Let's look at Bitcoin. That's what people are saying, man. That's what people are worried about. And I think no matter if it were programmed right without the human sentiment, if this was all just programmed and drama and fear and FUD and all that shit aside, I don't think 76. Like, what is that the point to come down here to this width right here? Come down here and touch this. Let's line this up. So that, I mean, if we touch down, and this is something we're going to want to hit here because this is our alarm. And again, I'm not trying to set anything in the middle. So that is Bitcoin. I said, pay attention to me, right? And so when we see that alarm go off, we know there's not going to be a whole lot. If this thing's going to go down and touch this, that's what we're going to be patient for. We're patient for the trades. We're not going to be trading any kind of chop in here. We're going to wait for it to come down here, hit this projected bottom, and see what happens. 2008 all over again, Blocky's saying, damn, dude, we're going to have a little crash. I don't know if the housing market is going to crash like what we saw. Didn't the housing market took a beating in 2008? I don't. I know that the housing market is definitely ready for the bubble to pop, but I just don't think it's going to happen quite yet. Maybe a little bit later this year. What's your favorite indicator to watch outside of market cipher? The 50. You look at the EMAs. Obviously, market cipher is the indicator of all indicators, and then you look at the volume profile. Volume profile is a big one with the EMAs, and that's usually about what I hit. I have high Q on here. I don't have it on right now. We got the volume on. There's some market spider things that you can throw on there, but this is it. This is about it. What I throw on here is the EMAs, the volume, and then market cipher B. So, which I did talk to Face. We'll be getting now that we're doing things a little differently over here, especially with the trading and looking at more charts and nuance stuff. We will be doing a market cipher thing for you guys. For anybody that if you don't have it or if you were thinking about getting it, we'll be going through it. And whether I know the goal was to have Flavin Groper on the show. Face's brother a few weeks ago, and then schedules got crazy. My schedule got absolutely insane. But I reached out to him and said, "Hey, let's see, what your schedule's like this week." So hopefully we'll get that recorded and out this week. I'm definitely looking forward to chatting with him. But we'll be doing a lot with the looking at market cipher because I tell you what, man, it is a winning formula. That's for sure. We know that, especially with a lot of the bright minds in here, and is doing a lot of collaboration with you guys. I can't wait to do more with Blocky. That's gonna be fun. And anybody else, the heat maps, Bitcoin Henry, do love the heat maps. If anybody is into doing any collaborations, you want to do some charting, you want to come in and talk, whatever, the market, specific coins, it doesn't matter to me. And just hit me up in the DMs, and we'll get it set up. Karen, what's up, fam? Hope you are doing well. Let's go. Idrowski. Hoping to make some profits. This is going to be the year to make it, right? I think what we've got is the next couple months. Let's get through the second half of H1, right? So quarter two, as you normies like to say. I'm moving halves like what they do at SUI. So let's get through this first half of the year. So that gives us a couple months to dial it in and get ready, right? I think that April should be a good month. Let's look at kind of what we saw in October and November. October was supposed to be great, and it wasn't. And then November pumped. And let's March was supposed to be great, but it wasn't. April should hopefully see some positive action. At least we could start going up, right? And even if we fall back down, it's fine. We just need to start seeing some positive movement, and then we can start doing the right thing with our trading. We can start doing the right thing with our spot bags, all that, and start moving in the right direction because we know it's going to be a big year. We're all going to make a lot of money. We'll all do it together. I'm super fucking pumped. Smash the like button if you want to make some money. Let's go. New to trading, we are going to do stuff, man. I'm going to take it slow, and we'll do a lot of newer stuff. We'll explore the platform. We'll answer questions. We'll do all that stuff. I do have, we have some membership stuff. So with the channel, so we could always do that where we do we tailor, a specific day. We could do some member content that is specific to the beginning of trading, or, we can hop in with anybody else that wants to do, some TA and some charting and some trading basics, all that stuff. We can get into doing shows together. We can collaborate. We can go into the Discord and do a voice chat, whatever it may be. So we'll do a space, all that stuff. We want to get you guys taught up and learned how to do the trade. So, and then we'll eat pizza. Also, we'll be doing some. I think we're gonna get some Friday pizza meetups going. I think that should be the move. So we'll start doing those. I want to talk to some local people in the area that have expressed some interest about doing some more pizza meetups. We'll do those on Fridays, Friday afternoons and evenings, whatever it may be, however it works for people, however we set it up. And if Friday doesn't work, we're going to do it during the week or during the weekend, Sundays, whatever. I'm down. But from what I understand, it is not just me who's interested in that. And I've heard some people tell me that. So let's go. All right. Well, well. Let's go back to our charts. Or you know what? Was there anything that you guys wanted to see before we look at this? Because look, I got Ondo's falling down. Here's the deal: you're gonna have to figure out where you feel comfortable. And I'm talking to the spot buyers right now. If you are trying to buy some Ondo, I've had some people hit me up. You know, they know that I'm very bullish on Ondo, so I get a lot of questions about that. I get some DMs. Would I buy Ondo right now? Yes, the answer is yes. Even if it does go a little bit lower, that is okay. The upside of where it is going later in this year is just it is so much greater than where we are right now. We're going to laugh at 77 cents. And so if you were to buy in the, say, the 70 to 80 cent range where we're at 70 cents right now, right? 77 and a half. If you were to buy it like right now and say it drops down to like 65 cents, it's going to go down a little bit. Yeah, I get that. You could always DCA and buy some more down there to lower your entry and not feel so bad, or you just wait several months and then we start laughing when it's 5, 10, whatever. I'll say 15. I've said it on record. I think we're going to see a $15 Ondo. So we're going to laugh at 77 cents. Okay. Now, I feel like the longer that we stay down, maybe the less that we have the potential to do that 10x. And we thought, at $1.50, the 10x to 15 was a slam dunk. It kind of stuck around that. We built, look right here, right? Let's draw. We'll draw around this volume, right? So as you can see, we spent a lot of time in that $1.25 to $1.50 range where we put a lot of volume in there. So that 10x from right there is what I was thinking. Now that we're down in the 77 cents, if we 10x and we go to $7.75, I think that we should be going higher. Again, my time frame for the $100 billion market cap of Ondo is definitely in the next couple years. I think once the products really start taking off. I mean, I think we've seen, $1 billion so far in the TVL of some of the offerings, and as that starts to incorporate more of the ecosystem, it's really going to change, but it's going to take the whole village, right, of what the tokenization ecosystem is all about, which we're just not right there. This is the regulatory stuff. I told you there was an article that came out that said that the banks are going to start, they can start offering the crypto, they can start dealing with crypto. That was always the slam dunk moves. Like, when can you go to the bank and just say, hey, can I put some Bitcoin in my account versus just fiat? Now, hopefully they hold on to the Bitcoin in for real and they have custody, and it's not like the banking scam system that they've been doing, but you never know. Big unlocks for Ondo. Yeah, they did that back. They already did that. We covered it. It did not dump. In fact, the day that the unlock happened and the price went up, it has gone down since December. So technically it's been going down. But on the day of the unlock, it did actually go up. Boom. Okay. I got a DM. Let's get it. Boom. All right. Oh, there is a lot more stuff going on this week. I just opened up the Web3 Bull Society group. Let's see. That's all month. That's all April. Okay, so we've got a busy month, guys. Let's bring this up. Can I bring this up as just a picture? Yeah. Here we go. Let's do this. There we go. And we'll make this. Can I make it bigger? All right. So here is the total list. This is from Mamba Tweets. This is everything. So we've got manufacturing, PMI, Employment, jobless, services, hourly earnings, non-farm payrolls, unemployment, FOMC on April 9th, CPI on the 10th. This is the weird way. This is not how we read this in America. So this is obviously from some other strange part of the world who puts the day before the month, saying on the 10th of April, the consumer price index, food and energy, month over month, March high. So that is not how we say it in America. We would say on April 10th. So it should be the other way. If you guys didn't understand, like this is why it looks so strange because it's not American. So shout out to the America. I'm getting myself a Freedom Press, by the way. In case you guys didn't see my tweet this morning, very tragic. I want to tell you, I have to tell you, and then we're probably going to shut it down for the day because we'll look at charts. Hey, we went heavy on the news today. There's a lot of things. I wanted to go over articles. It's been a long time since I did the show. I just wanted to go through some articles and go through the news, kind of get caught up with the ecosystem. We know that charts are shit and the markets are dog shit, but we'll get there. In all of that, I forgot what I was going to tell you. Oh, no, I didn't. Monday morning. What's the one thing that you want more than anything? A hot cup of coffee. Start your day, start your week. I'm an early riser. I like to get my day started early. I like start drinking coffee early, usually about a pot down before my wife wakes up. So I make the coffee, press the button, go sit on the couch like I normally do, and open up X, start doing the things I got to do to build my GM post. Go through news, look at the chart, all that stuff. I'm working. 20 minutes goes by. I'm like, let's smell the coffee. I chuckle to myself, actually. Oh, shit, I got COVID. I can't smell coffee. 'Cause that's the first time I got it. That's how I knew I got it because I opened up the coffee and I couldn't smell anything. So, couldn't smell the coffee. Kept working for a few minutes. I'm like, man, I seriously don't smell the coffee. What is going on here? So, the next thing I do, go into the kitchen. Huh, brew. Brew. Time I sit there. Because like usually if you sit there for like a minute or whatever, you can hear like the crackling starts, heating the water, it's gonna run it through. It's a normal coffee maker. Nothing. I get frustrated and start pressing all the buttons, restart it, nothing happens. Do it a few four to five times, nothing. Unplug it. Maybe that'll restart it. Nope. Tried it a few more times, tried unplugging it a few more times. That was it. I ended up just pouring and then getting the teapot from the stove, boiling the water, and then pouring it over like it was a pour over. It was the worst cup of coffee that I've had in a very long time, and all I wanted was to start my Monday with a great cup of coffee, to do my GMs, to do my reply guy business, and then kick the day off. But no, that's all right. You know why? Because one of the reasons why I was gone was my in-laws moved into our neighborhood, and I flew up to Chicago and drove a truck of some things back. And my mother-in-law loves Nespresso. She's got an espresso machine, and I have an espresso machine, especially for when she came. But I love Nespresso as well. But you know, that's her jam. And so we decided to give her the Nespresso machine at least until she can find hers, or if she wants it, whatever. And so this is like the double whammy. I have this double whammy where now I've given up my other coffee machine. My coffee just tastes like shit. It's so gross. And I got no options except for now my wife says to me, when she went over there this morning, that my mother-in-law has a freedom press for me. You guys know I eat freedom fries, I eat freedom toast, and I have freedom kiss in my house. I do not French anything. And so we're not French pressing our coffee. We're freedom pressing our coffee moving forward. So starting tomorrow, I will be zooted and booted and I will be coffeeed up to the max, probably
having some afternoon coffee in my new Freedom Press. And so that's how I plan to be 1% better tomorrow, is that I will be feeling how I should be feeling. And I know that's, you're like, dude, that's caffeine. Like, but I get it. But that's it. Like, I love my coffee. That's what I drink every day. I drink coffee and water, and that's all I do. And then maybe a beer here and there, and maybe some wine. But right now, coffee and water, that's it. So that being said, it is Monday. Try to figure out what you can do today to make yourself 1% better tomorrow, and do that every day, right? And you guys hear me say this. I practice what I preach all the time. I'm always trying to find ways to make myself improve. And so tomorrow, as funny as it sounds, I'm going to make myself improve by having my coffee, by being caffeinated early, by being productive, and by being in a better mood. And so I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow on AJ's show. And then I'll be back at 4 p.m. Have a great night.